This is Francesco Abruzzino with the Uncensored Report, and I'm on a roll today. I want to cover these riots, these ridiculous free speech riots that are anti-speech. You had it with Milo, who is not this extremist that he's been built out to be. You have it with Shapiro, we'll cover in a second. You have it last night with Adam McGinnis at NYU. You got these college students, okay? Let's think about it. College students, all right? Until the passage of the GI Bill, it was basically the elites. It was individuals went out, they got a well-rounded education, they had that classic knowledge, they came out of there and they went into the upper management, the financial positions and all that stuff. But then the World War II ended. The servicemen came back. They were able to get degrees through the GI Bill. That's how I ended up getting most of my degree at the University of Maryland. And they use their knowledge and their experience to come here and rebuild America and make it great. Make America great again, like Trump says. That's what they did. But slowly but surely, our education system is crumbling around us. It's being replaced with this politically correct plethora of classes and majors that we see before us. And it's creating these goofballs that you see on the screen here. Well, not right now. Back in the 60s, those who were protesting are now the administrators of these institutions. You know, they threatened to burn down the schools in their protests. The entire experience has been watered down. Campuses that used to invite vigorous debate now will have safe rooms so that you don't get hurt. The free speech zones. The co-eds and the colleges, they used to thirst for knowledge. But now they've become these snowflakes that can't handle the knowledge. They got to go running for these safe spaces. Whenever they're confronted with opinions that are diverse and different from theirs, they go into freakout mode. I witnessed this firsthand. My daughter got accepted to a very good college, new college. I went up there. I saw safe space. I saw Black Lives Matter up on the wall. I said, "You're not going to this college, this new college. Think again." She had to go to USF, and now she's got her AA, and she was thinking about going to FSU for her last 2 years. But I look at this stuff, and many parents should look at this stuff. I don't want my daughter to be a snowflake. I don't want her thinking you got to look for a safe space when issues confront you. So we have this Wednesday night thing that you're seeing up on the screen with Breitbart's contributor Milo. I listen to this guy, very articulate, well-spoken, a great speaker. I like listening to him. But a lot of people that maybe didn't agree with him, didn't know what he was all about, and just wanted to hear what he had to say, couldn't. Because his freedom to speak was trampled upon by these black-clad goofballs here. UCLA pulled the plug on him too. Berkeley, all these guys are pulling plugs because these guys know these antagonists that we can put on our blacks, we can put on our black flag, we can go out there, throw rocks, beat up people, pepper spray people in the face, do whatever you want. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And we'll get our way. We're the snowflake generation. They're terrified of free speech. So all they can think about doing is just shutting it down. Shut down that conservative movement. And it's funny, they say we're all inclusive. Love everyone. Love, not hate. But that's not if you're not with their progressive agenda. As they're yelling love, not hate, they're knocking people out on the street like this guy on the screen. In these situations in the campuses, they've become so extreme that even innate statues are being sent packing because they offend people. Christopher Columbus at California's Pepperdine University was there for, 25 years. It was taken down and relocated to a campus in Italy because the kids couldn't help it. They couldn't tolerate what Christopher Columbus did to the Indians. They couldn't help and deal with the idea that this guy paved the way for the Western civilization. And they said, it has to go. We have to get rid of it. So you got these concepts of inclusion, tolerance, and they've been used to bully people out there. Bully the Christians. Yes, the Christians, the conservatives, a lot of people on the right. People with beliefs that are opposite of the progressive left. And they're supposed to be the inclusive ones. These people on the screen are supposed to be the tolerant ones. Those who believe in cultural, I can't speak today. They promote political actions that are unfettered immigration, admittance of Islamic refugees. They're fine with them coming in. For the 100th time, it's not a ban. It's a 90-day suspension until we can come up with a vetting system. Something that was not in play. Only 7 Muslim nations out of 57, 8% of the Muslim population are having issues. Think about it. They want to endorse marriage that goes beyond the same sex. They want plural arrangements. They demand recognition of their gender flavors. You know, how many? What are there? 58 different genders now? It's like Baskin Robbins. It's incredible. And those of us who would prefer secure borders, American exceptionalism, to be the reality, we're the bad guys. Those of us who believe marriage is between man and woman. We think restaurant rooms should be a place for man, woman. Gender neutral, not gender neutral. We're discriminated upon. We're called intolerant. Our freedom of speech is taken away by people who promote the fact that they want freedom of speech. Look at this poor girl. She gets pepper sprayed. And she was doing nothing. She was actually out there saying, I'm with these guys. It's okay that they're doing this. It's okay that they're out there fighting for their rights. You know, back in the days of World War II, the government paid fighting men, my fellow veterans, to go out and get an education. And they're the ones that brought a lot of the greatness to this world. Exposing them to an entire spectrum of thought, from Aristotle to Zechariah. But today, we have these waffle-type college students looking for safe spaces. They get triggered whenever somebody speaks something that's diverse and different from theirs. Getting these meaningless degrees out there. They learn more about being less and less and doing less. There's no enlightenment anymore there. The concept of a higher education, isn't that what it used to be? Freedom of speech is no longer what it used to be. It's all about this new cultural war. And it's getting out of hand. Something must be done. Donald Trump can't allow these thugs to continue going around doing what they're doing. That was crazy what happened to Gavin McInnes. Trying to get into NYU to do a speak, and he's getting the hell beat out of him. He couldn't give the speech. You have Shapiro, one of the administrators at the school, was caught putting out an email, I think it was an email saying, let's buy all the tickets so nobody can go to this. A Catholic school at that. Where's the tolerance? Where's the freedom of speech, folks? Hopefully something will be done to end this, though. This has been Francesco Abruzzino with the Uncensored Report.